Hello, this is Ron Paul with your weekly update for Monday, August 31st. Following last Monday's historic stock market downturn, many politicians and so-called economic experts rushed to the microphones to explain why the market crashed and to propose solutions to our economic woes. Not surprisingly, most of those commenting not only failed to give the right answers, they failed to ask the right questions. Many blame the crash on China's recent currency devaluation. It is true that the crash was caused by a flawed monetary policy. However, the major fault lies not with China's central bank, but with the U.S. Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve's inflationary policies distort the economy, creating bubbles, which in turn create the illusion of a booming stock market and widespread prosperity. Inevitably, the bubble bursts, the market crashes, and the economy sinks into a recession. An increasing number of politicians have acknowledged the flaws in our monetary system. Unfortunately, some members of Congress think the solution is to force the Fed to follow a rules-based monetary policy. Forcing the Fed to follow a rule does not change the fact that giving a secreted central bank the power to set interest rates is a recipe for economic chaos. Interest rates are the price of money, and like all prices, they should be set by the market, not by a central bank, and certainly not by Congress. Instead of trying to fix the Federal Reserve, Congress should start restoring a free market monetary system. The first step is to pass the Audit the Fed legislation so that people can finally learn the full truth about the Fed. Congress should also pass legislation ensuring individuals can use alternative currencies free of government harassment. When bubbles burst and recessions hit, Congress and the Federal Reserve should refrain from trying to stimulate the economy by increasing spending, corporate bailouts, and inflation. There have already been reports that the Fed will use last week's crash as an excuse to once again delay raising interest rates. Increased spending and money creation may temporarily boost the economy, but eventually they will lead to a collapse in the dollar's value and an economic crisis more severe than the Great Depression. Ironically, considering how popular China bashing has become, China's large purchase of U.S. Treasury notes has helped the U.S. postpone the day of reckoning. The main reason countries like China are eager to help finance our debt is the dollar's world reserve currency status. However, there are signs that concerns over the government's fiscal irresponsibility and resentment of our foreign policy will cause another currency or currencies to replace the dollar as the world's reserve currency. If this occurs, the U.S. will face a major dollar crisis. Congress will not adopt sensible economic policies until the people demand it. Unfortunately, while an ever-increasing number of Americans are embracing Austrian economics, too many Americans still believe they must sacrifice their liberty in order to obtain economic and personal security. This is why many are embracing a charismatic crony capitalist who is peddling a snake oil composed of protectionism, nationalism, and authoritarianism. Eventually, the United States will have to abandon the welfare state, and the fiat monetary system that fuels the Leviathan growth. Hopefully, the changes will be because the ideas of liberty has triumphed, not because a major economic crisis leaves the government with no other choice. Thanks for calling this update. A new update is placed on this number, 888-322-1414, every Sunday. The written text can be found on my Ron Paul Institute website at www.ronpaulinstitute.org and on my Facebook page. Thanks for calling.